It's a sunny Wednesday across the country with fine and dry weather extending across South Africa, but with windy conditions over the interior part of the Northern and Western Cape, but mainly on Wednesday morning. It'll be yet another hot day for the Eastern Cape with daytime highs warming up in the northeast, but with a bit of cloud along the Western Cape coastline. Now, the South African Weather Service have issued a warning for a high fire danger rating over parts of the Northern, Western and Eastern Cape, with the possibility of runaway fires with hot, dry and windy conditions forecast within the shade of red. Your midweek weather forecast remains dry across South Africa with no rain in the forecast for Wednesday. On our maximum temperature map, you'll see the warmer weather in the northeast with a high of 26 for Johannesburg and Bombela, 28 for Pretoria, Mahikeng, Bloemfontein and Richards Bay, and then the mid-30s for Graaff-Reinet and Bishu. Port Elizabeth topping 26 degrees, slightly cooler for Cape Town at 20, with Kimberley and Springbok both expecting a high of 30 on Wednesday afternoon. As we head out to the west coast, you'll see a moderate southerly wind between Langebaan and Namaqualand, with more of a fresh southeasterly wind for Alexander Bay, with good beach conditions along the west coast, and we're expecting a small open ocean swell of only 1 meter and wave heights between 1 and 2 feet. In the southwest, we're also expecting good beach conditions despite the cooler weather and the possibility of cloud, with a south-southwesterly wind of around 15 kilometers per hour for Cape Town, with more of a southwesterly as we head towards Cape Agulhas. And here we have a 1.5 meter west-southwesterly swell at 13 seconds and wave heights between 2 and 3 feet. Along the south coast, we're expecting a light southwesterly wind with more of a southerly in the afternoon for Jeffreys Bay and Port Elizabeth. Good beach conditions are expected here with a 1.5 meter southerly swell at 12 seconds and waves between 2 and 3 feet. Along the east coast, we're expecting a fresh northeasterly wind for Richards Bay, so moderate beach conditions there, but good as we head towards East London, where we have an offshore northwesterly wind around 20 kilometers per hour in the morning, and that turns to the east in the afternoon with a moderate northeasterly flow along the east coast with a 1.5 meter northeasterly wind swell at only 7 seconds and waves expected between 2 and 3 feet.
News that moves. eNCA.com.